Welcome into the rundown with Exposure Baseball. This is Greg Payne. Right there, you see coming from the Exposure Taj Mahal hitting facility, Brandon Turner. Brandon, what do we got good this week?
Just another week into it. Sean Kearney, Ethan Cady. I mean, there's a lot of names we're going to go over here in a minute that have had really good weekends, and kind of touch on a little bit of the high school season now that we're getting a little bit, deeper into the playoffs. And it was good being able to get out and watch a few games. But, like we were just talking about, it's amazing that, how quick everything's gone, and we're almost to the summer, which we're looking forward to. And but yeah, everything's in order. Everything's moving in the right direction.
Yep, it's the weather feels a little bit not like we're close to summer, but that's okay. We know that when the summer gets here, it'll be 100 degrees with 100% humidity, and we'll all be complaining about that.
And playing on turf. Yeah,
And
looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, let's run right into it. You mentioned a couple of names there in college, and I love that you said Ethan. I saw that Ethan graduated, so congrats to him and to his parents. Such good people. So let's go. Let's see what kind of names we got in the college game today.
Yeah, ETSU, starting off with them. Sean Kearney, somebody we talked about the last couple of weeks. He's somebody that was a role guy. Now he's getting a lot more opportunities. He's actually hitting in the middle of their order right now, and he had a really good weekend for ETSU against UNC Greensboro. 7 for 13, 2 doubles, 3 RBI. Katie finally healthy, back to full strength. 5 for 11, 2 doubles, 3 RBI against UNC Greensboro. But then last night, I think he was 3 for 4, 3 for 5 against Appalachian State. Camden Sewell got the win for Tennessee. Two scoreless, 4 strikeouts against Missouri. Evan Russell continues. I think he was 2 for 3, 2 for 4 last night against Tennessee Tech, but against Missouri, the thing with him is, he makes, his hits, they all count. 3 for 11, 3 doubles, 4 RBI. They actually swept Missouri. Blake Davis at UT Martin, another good weekend for him. 5 for 11, 2 RBI, home run. Cam Chick at Nebraska, 6 for 17, 2 RBI. They played Indiana and Rutgers. Big Ten's doing a little bit different this year. They're, they'll have some weekends 3 or 4 teams at one site playing each other. Riker Tom, 3 for 11, home run, 4 RBI for Utah. They swept this past weekend. Craig and Keckley, he got the win for Dallas Baptist in one of the games. He just gave up a hit, added a strikeout, and that was against Illinois State. Chaz Bertolani he continues to be productive. He went 4 for 8 on the weekend, and they had a weekend series win for Lipscomb there. Jake Peppers, inning scoreless relief, didn't give up a hit, also added a strikeout. Grayson Hersman for Utah, really good outing. 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, but just 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. Andre Sosa at Dallas Baptist had a really big weekend. 4 for 10, 3 home runs. One of them was a walk-off and a double, 8 RBI. Dylan Standiford and Lee, they were down in the conference tournament. Standiford went 4 for 13 with an RBI. Riley Black was also productive, 2 hits, home run, 2 RBI. Blake Burkhalter at Auburn went 2/3 of relief for the Tigers, and that was in their win on the weekend. But he had a strikeout, no hits, no runs against LSU. Jerry Hammonds continues to have a huge year. Home run, RBI yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago for Walter State, which Walter State got beat, but then Columbia supposedly had an ineligible player because the grades came out, and he was literally like nobody knew until after the fact. And I don't know this for sure. I don't think Walter State or anybody turned him in. I think it was more of the junior college conference noticed it. And but anyways, Paul Comistek, Cincinnati, continues to be really productive. He had 3 hits, double RBI. They had a big series win over Houston. Santi Montiel He's starting to really get it going here at South Alabama. I think he's one of the best defensive shortstops in the country. He's 5 for 11, double RBI against Texas State. Hayden Gillian got a couple appearances this past weekend. Freshman there at Tech, 2 for 6. They swept Moorhead, which they needed. They've been struggling, but they that was a huge sweep. So I think Moorhead was actually tied for first at the time in the OBC. And lastly, Ashton King had 3 hits, double, triple, 2 runs scored. Once again for UNC Greensboro. So, last night I think Bryce Hodge, he went 4 for 5 with a home run. So it's good to see him getting it rolling at ETSU, because like I said, they won last night midweek against Appalachian State.
Well, you mentioned some guys there from Lee. They let's just for them talk about the season they've had. They've had a great year. They didn't win the conference tournament, but they're gonna, they're still get the regional bid and play. And with the arms that they got up front, man, they've had a great year. They got a chance to go on and do some things, and it's good to see the local guys making an impact for them too.
Yeah, no, especially you take somebody like Standifer, somebody that he's from Cleveland. He's been there. He's been a mainstay. He's a good leader. He's going to play hard. You know exactly what you're going to get from him every time out.
Yeah.
And again, looks like he's starting to get it rolling here. And you add that into the punch, with their their pitching staff and some of that, they could definitely make some noise for sure.
Yeah, it was good to see Riley hit a home run. Tyler told me that they went curveball, strike, curveball, strike. So he didn't look very good on either one of them. Then they throw him an 0-2 fastball. He takes it backside home run.
Yeah, that's good strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try to fool him here. We fooled him twice. Let's see if we can fool him with a fastball.
Right.
What do I know? I don't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. All right. So that's the college game, but it's a very exciting time for high school. Those that are still playing. So what do we got on tap for those from our exposure guys there?
Yeah, some of the guys are ending their seasons, or their seasons have ended. But some guys here the last couple nights. Blake Shelton had a home run last night, 7 innings on the mound. Just gave it 4 hits, 2 runs, 8 strikeouts. Jackson Steele's had a really good year at Carter, 2023. He had a double and a home run last night for Carter. Kane Johnson at Hickson, they were in their elimination game yesterday. He went 3 for 4, 2 home runs, including a 3-run walk-off home run for Hickson. So they'll be able to go on to region play. Blake Hale, 2 for 3 last night against CAK for Webb. Turner Junkins at Silverdale, 2023, MTSU commit, 2 for 2 RBI, also went 5 scoreless on the mound, 4 strikeouts. And again, Silverdale won that game. 2023, Caden Adsit has had a really good year. He's honestly starting to get more and more productive here at the end of the year. 2 for 3 with 2 RBI last night against Maryville. Lucas Buckner, just a gamer, 3 for 3, freshman, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs last night for Farragut. They beat Maryville, so now they'll be in the district championship tonight against Hardin Valley. 2021 Cleveland State signee and also district player of the year, Bryce Berkey, 2 for 3 RBI last night for Farragut. Good to see him continuing to roll. Turner Junkins actually on Monday had a grand slam for Silverdale in the playoffs. They jumped out quick, and then Webb ended up coming back and beating them late. But like I said, Junkins did have a big grand slam in that game. Once again, Caden Adsit, 3 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs for Heritage. That was on Monday. Western Carolina signee Caden Rector was 2 for 3 on Monday, 2 runs scored for Bearden. Spencer Williams, 2021 Carson Newman commit. Huge day on Monday, 3 for 5, double, triple, 4 RBIs. One that we were just talking about, Patrick Johnson. They played a loaded combine team. Baylor, when I say loaded, Baylor played combine. And Patrick was dominant. He went 5 innings, struck out 9, only gave up 3 hits and a 10-0 win. Cooper Kenny, one that we talk about, seems like every breath, added another home run for Baylor. Good to see him continuing to roll. Walker Strange had a 2-run home run. Austin Peay commit. Andrew Jordan, 3-run home run for Rossview up in Clarksville. Cole Torbett, Johnson City kid, MTSU commit. He went 4 scoreless. Literally just gave up 1 hit, had a home run for Science Hill. Braxton Roberts is one that has had a majorly breakout year for Loudon. He was district pitcher of the year. He continued that. He went 6 innings, gave up no runs, just 1 hit, 8 strikeouts. One of your guys that you had last year, MTSU commit, Luke Johnson, swung it unbelievable here at the end of the year. He went 3 for 4 with a grand slam, 6 RBIs this past weekend. But yeah, I mean, Caden Adsit, Jackson Diamond, Hunter Shoemaker, all of those guys have big games. Ethan Porterfield, 6 2/3, 12 strikeouts. Good to see him continuing to throw it really well. I was out at Ooltewah a couple of times this past week, and Ashton Simmons, Cooper Castile, those guys really kind of led the force there for Bradley. And they beat on Monday they went 11 innings and ended up winning the district championship there in a walk-off. So yeah, I mean, a lot of things going on, a lot of players finishing their years up really well. So looking forward to following kind of the ending of the year here, and then jumping into the summer and getting rolling with our guys and being able to kind of get in the trenches with them, I guess you could say.
Yep, I'll be here before you know it. Down in Georgia, I was a little disappointed that Jake Poindexter gave up a hit. He had thrown 2 no-hitters in a row in the playoffs, and he gave up. Apparently, he wasn't throwing very well and gave up a hit in the 3rd game he pitched. So,
to be honest with you, I thought Jake was a good pitcher,
yeah.
But obviously he's kind of losing it a little bit. So
yeah,
hopefully he can rebound this week.
You can't be giving up hits. Now, here's the thing about Jake. Just making sure, occasionally, sometimes when guys get the college teams or even major league teams get to the end of their bench and they'll use a pitcher for a runner. Now, Jake's not going to do that at Georgia, right? They don't have any plans for him to run, because if they did and they saw the video that I saw from last week with Jake falling down, running to first base, that would be out.
Yeah, I think if there was any chance of him being able to have that opportunity at Georgia, the slim less than 0.001% chance that there was a possibility, that's gone now.
Yeah, it ended at the first base at Gordon Lee that day, for sure.
That's right.
So, we love Jake. We're not. He knows that. He knows we're kidding. He's awesome. He's having a great year. He's leading his team. They're in the Final Four. Several eXposure kids down there at Gordon Lee. Same thing at Ringo. Ringo's in the Final Four. Congratulations to them. I got to coach Colin last year. He's fantastic. So, there's those guys are. Georgia traditionally gets finished right there a little bit. I mean, they start so much earlier than Tennessee, but then Tennessee just ran them right at the end, and they finish about the same time, the way they got it. So I know that Ringo's hosting this weekend the Final Four, and I'm not sure where Gordon Lee's going, but it's not here because
I think they're on the road.
Yeah, because Coach Payne is making a comeback this weekend, coaching the little 12-year-old eXposure team, as Logan Peterson has responsibility. So it'll be Tyler Payne and Greg Payne on the field, and I'm not sure if North Georgia's ready for that.
We expect to go undefeated and win the championship and dog pile the whole 9. We got both Paynes out there.
Rings, it's a big deal for the Yeah. So, all right, it's a great time, and I'm excited about the things that coming up for these teams. There's lots of teams with state championship. Well, of course, goals, but also realistic possibilities too. And that'll be exciting to watch. And then you get the guys, and I'm looking forward to being on here this summer talking about the guys, how they do during the summer too. So always great information, Coach. It's always good to talk to you. And did I leave anything out?
Nope. I think we got everything in there. Looking forward to watching everything wrap up these next couple weeks here.
Yep. Let's get a little bit warmer weather because, like I said, this feels like Tennessee's about to lose to Alabama this afternoon in a football game.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's right.
anyway, this has been the rundown with Exposure Baseball for Brandon Turner. This is Greg Payne. Everybody have a good week.